welcome back to Tomorrow Day Farms, guys. Today we're going to can up some mushrooms. I am going to put my own little twist on it, and we're also going to can some turnip. Now, turnip can be kind of strong once you can it, but I do it in chicken stock, which kind of helps it. So anyways, we're going to get busy here. I got the water already boiling for the mushrooms, and then we're going to tackle this turnip. Hang on with me and let's get canning. Alright guys, so I have the water here. Okay, this is for the mushrooms. I'm going to turn it back up. I had to turn it down. And this is the beginning cooking section of this. I've already washed these and let them soak in lemon water. And then it's just a 5-minute cook on them. And then we take them back out. I drop mine into a strainer. You do what you want to do. I'm going to get a spoon here. Push these down. And then I just take a slotted spoon, put them in another bowl. And I think I can get a few more in there. I found these 50% off. That's the only time I ever do mushrooms. And it's only Mike and I that eat them. So I do mine in a little bit smaller quantity than most. Most put them in a 500 milliliter. We use a 250. Now everyone knows there is an allergy in the house regarding mushrooms. The reason I do it this way is because I put the mushrooms on the bottom, not on the top. So if anything spews, like siphons out, then it goes into the water in the bottom. And Cody's never had a problem the way that I've done it this way. Alright guys, I'm going to cook this up for 5 minutes and then I'll bring you back. Alright guys, so I cooked the mushrooms for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to fill the jars. And like I said, it's only Michael and I that eat the mushrooms. I'm going to pack these down to 1 inch. Put a little bit more in there. And as I see them for 50% off, I will pick them up and then I will process them. And I got my Presto out today again, just because I'm double stacking so much stuff right now. There we go. Okay. So in here is just some beef stock. Checking my headspace here. I'm going to pull out a few of those mushrooms, guys. I'm not comfortable with that. There we go. I got a little bit of our veggie powder here, and I'm going to put 1/8 of a teaspoon that in there. Probably like so. And I'll leave a link to that veggie powder video as well. I'd like to take a peek at that. Alright. So now I'm just going to clean this rim really well. And that's vinegar in there. I forgot my rings. And my rings have been in hot water. And I have the recommended amount of water in the bottom of my canner. We're going to put a little bit of stock in here. And debubble. And I have my canner on real low too. Alright. I'm not adding any salt because the veggie mix had salt and the beef stock has salt. Wipe that rim really well. And that's it. Alright guys, I'm going to keep filling up these jars. And I'll bring you back when I start the turnip. Alright guys, so now we're going to do the turnip. I did get 8 250 milliliters of the mushrooms. They're in the canner sitting there chilling out waiting. Now we're going to dump. Michael's helping me a little bit today. We're going to dump the turnip in. And then I'm going to strain it because that gives you a real raw taste of the turnip when you go to can it. Now mushrooms take longer than the turnip. It's a 5-minute difference. So we're going to be canning for the mushroom time and not the turnip time. And we're just going to drop this in here. And I'm going to make up some broth. And we're going to can this up along with those mushrooms. And I'll give you the exact times and everything. Everything's in the Bernardain canning book as well. And yeah, so this is just going to come back up to boil for 5 minutes and then I'll bring you back. Alright guys, so now we're going to do the turnip. This is just some chicken broth here. And like I said, we're gonna can the turnip for the time of the mushrooms, okay? I usually use, the turnip is basically just me eating it. Sometimes I will put it into a soup, but it's usually mashed down anyways, so not a huge deal if it's a little softer than normal. Gonna add our chicken broth here. And I'm gonna leave all the canning times in the description box. And that's it. And all of this stuff came off the reduced to sale racks or whatever. It's basically costing us some hydro to do it. So that's not bad. And this starts to fill up our canning. Because I used the debubbler for mushrooms. Could probably put a couple more in there. So yeah. Super easy and economical to do it. Just make sure you debubble really well, and I put some more of our veggie powder in there. And I am just going to clean my rims. Really well. Always check your paper towel to make sure it's clean. lids on it. Fingertip tight. And I have my rack on, and now I'm just going to start filling up the top. And I'm just going to keep going, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm all done. Alright guys, so I ended up doing some 500 milliliters. It all processes for the same time as these ones, so I'm not even worried about it. I ran out of the 250/jelly jars, so I've already done my safety check on my Presto. Like I said, the mushrooms are in the bottom. And I'm just going to put my lid on here. I always fight with this lid. I always put it on backwards. There we go. Press it down. Pull it. Now, I actually had to clean. Michael, can I get you to back up just a minute? I actually had to clean my weight. Now, if you guys have a weighted, so it's just using the gauge, not a jiggler, you have to go to 11 pounds of pressure to start. So you still need to do your venting time of 10 minutes once it does that steady stream of steam. And with a weighted, like using this one here, you have to go to 11. I got an email on this, so I'm just answering that question. So with the Presto or any gauge, All American, doesn't matter, you have to go to 11. And then you got to do your altitude. Okay, so it's at least 11. Depending on where you live, it could be as high as 15. But I checked all my safety seals this morning. Everything is good to go. And actually I had to clean this because it was corroded because of our water. So that's just the answer to that. Okay, so you got to start with 11 pounds of pressure, and then you can start timing. Okay, for our altitude. All right, it's not 10. 10 is for a jiggler, something that moves on this and it bounces back and forth. That's a jiggler. This is a weight. Okay, so anyways, all right guys, I'm going to process this. Like I said, I'm going to leave all my processing times down in the description box because they do differ. And I am canning for the longer time for the mushrooms. Okay? All right, guys. When I pull this out of the canner, I will bring you back. All right, guys. We're going to take them out of the canner. So it's all the turnip first. Still bubbling beautifully. Sealing, just fantastic. Michael's laying down, so I kind of got to be a little quiet. I'm not feeling so good today, guys. This is so awesome for me to have done. Tiny bit of siphoning, like tiny. Okay. This is so good. Oops. Now I'm just going to check you guys. Can you hear them pinging? There we are. Okay, here comes the mushrooms. See if this helps. There. See if that helps, guys. Turn the lid on. Might help. Here we go. this is so awesome. Mushrooms canned in beef broth. Turnip canned in chicken stock. This is good. Very good. Alright guys, that's our bounty for today. There you go. And that's where I sit on my pressure can. Alright guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And I appreciate your time. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you liked this video, please hit that like button so I know what you guys are liking and what you're not liking. Alright guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. And I'll probably see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.